Wisdom and wellness. Welcome in, y'all. How you been, y'all? I hope this message finds you well. It's a collective live tarot. We're gonna welcome in all those beautiful beings of 100% light. Anything less than may not enter this space. This is a safe space. This is a sacred space. Okay, it's one of those messages, you guys. Um, it has to do with some kind of lineup or alignment, or this could be a list. This could be some type of elite list. You could be a part of that list, meaning you could be selected or favored. Okay, I'm also hearing an unforgettable lineup, meaning that this is something that the order of events, this next order of events, is going to be very, very significant or very, very auspicious. Okay. Um, I feel like maybe the people around you are just not gonna believe it when it happens, or like they're gonna be even in more shock than you, because they might be like, damn, you of all people, like you. Okay. This has been knocking on my spiritual door for a while. This is definitely something that's planned to happen. Okay, plan to take effect. This could be a series of dates, names, um, people, uh, events, like things that you might have to go to. Like, let's say you have some type of itinerary or something like that. Okay, it's going to be obviously different for everybody. Um, but of course, if you would like an individual reading, I am available for individual tarot readings for serious inquiries only. Okay. Yeah. Guys, make sure you're doing things that help your body, like your health and stuff like that. The seasons are changing. Make sure you implement those preventative actions, okay? So that you can be available for those dates and plans and people and things of that nature, okay? All right. So I'm excited to share this message with you all. I feel like it's been a while. So it could be the same for you. Maybe it's been a while since something happened, or been a while since you stepped out, uh, on the scene or something of that nature. Okay, we're gonna get you an oracle message. A few more shuffles. This will be the last shuffle here. Okay. Oh, all right. So definitely some changes are happening. What even is that? Hmm. Hmm. Let me see what this is real quick. It's the Five of Pentacles, but there's a certain animal on here that I don't know if I've seen this animal before or what, but we're gonna find out what kind of animal this is actually. It's, oh, it's a mouse. Okay, it's a mouse. Mouses represent like doing things a little bit at a time, right? Or maybe something that before you know it, it's gone. It's like something's been taken a little bit, a little bit, a little bit, a little bit, and maybe you didn't recognize it until you look, and now it's all gone. Okay. I'm also hearing like how to trap a rat or how to catch a mouse. Okay. So I feel like there might be some things. I'm getting an unforgettable alignment, like a series of events that's going to possibly get someone caught, but If this, you can figure out which shoe that fits you, okay? Um, and if someone is trying to catch someone else up in something, it's almost like they're putting a bait out for them. Like, oh, like you just know that this person's going to take the bait type shit. Okay. And you're going to get confirmation, obviously, when they do. Okay. I'm also getting that somebody could be caught like with something in their hand. They could be caught with the evidence in their hand. Okay. And I'm also getting like this for the person this is in favor of, like this is going to benefit you. It's going to change your physical environment, as in like money, um, I want to say like your area of living or your structure. Okay. So just be mindful of that. I feel like a burden or a weight is going to be lifted. This weight that's lifted may cause some tears. It may cause like, wow, you're going to be like, damn, I knew it was this person, or I knew it was this. I felt it in my bones, or I felt it in my intuition. Like, damn, almost like, um, you're just going to have that I knew it energy. And you might want to talk a little shit, okay? Or this person that gets caught up, they might feel like, oh, well, you ain't stopping nothing or whatever, this and that. But surely, a hit dog is going to holler. And I feel like this dog is about to start squealing his head off, okay? I also feel like somebody is working together in this fact. There's people working together to do this. Oh yeah, how do you catch a fucking rat? You send a fucking cat. That's how you catch a mouse. You send a cat. So I'm getting like a big dog, big cat energy, or you get a snake, right? What's worse than a cat? I mean, what's worse than a mouse? A snake. Okay. Yeah, I know, right? Sounds like just letting that verbiage settle in. It's like, oh shit, yeah. So, and that's crazy because, and I'm gonna show you why I say this. Let me give you the scenario. We tapped into the Five of Pentacles. There's the mouse right there, right? Then you have the Ten of Wands, okay, which is telling me that a burden or something that caused a lot of oppression or a lot of pressure is over. Then you have the Ace of Cups. Like I said, something could cause tears. It could cause an overwhelming energy of emotion. All right. Here it is, the Ace. Okay, Cups. Then you have the Five of Swords, like somebody's gonna feel either prideful or anything like that. I feel like the best thing, if you're the person in a favorable position, the best thing for you to do is have compassion on yourself and on others. Yes, this person or this entity is getting caught up, but mind yourself. You know what I mean? Like, don't become that person, oh, that I told you so. Or, like, if you know that you know, then you know. Okay. I'm also getting, like I said, these people were working together. Here go the ants. Here's the proof. The ants. All right. There are some people in collaboration, or this company is in collaboration. And then here's the cat. Okay, here's the cat. How to catch a fucking a mouse? You send a cat. But what's worse? What's worse than a mouse is a snake. And there's the devil card. Okay. Now, depending on the size of the snake, the cat can eat the snake, right? Now, or the snake can eat the motherfucking mouse. I mean the cat. Either way, the mouse gonna get caught. Is what I'm trying to say. Either way. All right. This Nine of Swords is telling me that something possibly is given like cruel and unusual. All right. Again, that's for the unfavorable person. Okay. Cruel and unusual. There was something corrupt going on, Somebody's a group or a company or a person is getting caught up. They're getting caught red-handed. Okay, they're getting caught with shit like right there in their hand or right there in their mouth or right. It's right there. And I feel like maybe it's your task. It's your task to um, maybe uncover this, just or to just receive the confirmation. Yeah, justice card. Mm-hmm. So you're uncovering some truth, or a truth is being uncovered, possibly in a justice system, and a confirmation. This big cat. Remember, we saw the cat. Now it's big cat with the tiger here. Okay. Now, I feel like this is public energy. Okay. I was about to say public enemy, which would be crazy, right? Well, maybe it's a lot of people's enemy. Maybe it's just not your enemy. Maybe it's some other people, or whomever you may see as that. You know what I mean? And yeah, I feel like it's all coming out. It's just all coming out. But we're gonna get one report from this. Okay. I'm getting like you don't want to miss this, or um, yeah. For others of you, it's not on that scale. I feel like for those of you who are just not really in tune with what's going on in the public eye, and that's crazy. I said public eye. Here goes the Six of Wands. I feel like it's on a smaller scale for those of you who are like not really watching the news or anything like that. That's crazy. I said news, and here's the Emperor. So either a person of power, be it a president, an ambassador, a general manager, a motherfucking me, a father figure. It doesn't have to be just a father, or it could be a mother figure as well. But somebody who has authority, okay, somebody who has authority, possibly in a public environment, okay. But I'm also getting that someone could be taking control over the image of publicity here, okay. Um, yeah. But for those of you, like I said, on a micro level, this may have to do with a family matter or a husband or just somebody that you may know, okay, that you work with, okay, something like that. Okay, yeah, let's get into the Six of Wands. Right. Let's see. Now, Oracle message is like how we're going to deal with the situation, what we need to keep in mind as the situation unfolds. That is why I usually, kind of step forward with it. Okay. Because a lot of y'all don't make it to the end of the message, and that's okay. So that's why I'm going to give you the solution. Okay. In the beginning. Six of Wands. Six of Wands. It says appreciation. All right. Oh, and for the favorable, for those of you in the favorable situation, I do feel like you're gonna see something that actually shows you that you're being seen. Like it's like the universe showing you, like, I see your hard work. I see that you've, been selfless. I see that you have, you know, put in that extra energy. I see you, and I'm gonna make sure that someone else sees you. So, like I said, you could be in a running or in on a list to receive something pretty bountiful. All right. Um, I'm also picking up that the series of events, these auspicious events, or this auspicious time frame for you, and auspicious just means like really, really good. Okay. And I feel like I have to use that verbiage because it's really really good. Like it's something that you're gonna know, like, oh, this is not just good, it's auspicious, right? And it's such a time as this, so you're moving into a time like maybe you had kind of like a struggle or something, and you're like, damn, when am I gonna get out of this? Or Whatever God sees your faith, sees your you putting that one foot in front of the other, you trusting, right? Your intuition and all those things have set you up in such a way to receive this unforgettable alignment, right? So the key word here is appreciation. It says wings spread in appreciation for all that has blossomed from the planted seed. You rise above the muddied waters, head lifted to the light. Your sense of what is possible has expanded through your trials. Your accomplishments and your ability to detach yourself from any need to be acknowledged or admired. This is what's going to put you in alignment to receive that admiration and adornment because you have been really, really humbled, some of you. Okay. It says, with newfound humility, there it is, you have managed to cultivate and restore balance between effort and ease, dark and light. Through intentional action, you emerge from your experience in the ascending shape of your true passion. The climb is heady, but material success is fleeting. You remember that anything of true value lives within the sacred garden of your heart. That's a beautiful message. Okay. That's a beautiful message. Um, be prepared. Be prepared to be looked at a little differently because you have been so humble and there's a certain light that's shining on you that it's almost like it tells your story without you having to say a word. It tells of your true nature without you having to go the extra mile because you've already gone so many extra miles before. Does that make sense? Um, so now all those extra miles and you smiling through the bullshit and you helping people even though you needed help yourself, okay? Like all of that is aligning you in a beautiful way, okay? The mantra here, you can repeat it after me or you can write it down. It says, I rise up in appreciation for the gifts that bloom within the sacred garden of my heart. Okay. Your values have changed and for the better. I feel like you're in the seat, the heart seat, and now what you say goes. So let's see, we got a comment here. How you doing, Crystal? What you say, what you will is happening because it actually aligns, first of all, with God. It aligns with your truth and it aligns with your manifestation coming into fruition. Okay. And that is an alignment right there that is going to give you something that you know for sure that is yours. Why? Because you may have renounced things that did not actually align with your truth or with your values. You used to take on certain things that really you could care less about. Okay. But now you're saying, you know what, you probably renounce those things and now it's made room in your heart for the truth, the true you, so to speak. Okay. So we're going to keep that in mind during this reading. Uh, let's get it going. How you doing? How you doing? All right. Wow, look, y'all. I split the deck and it's the Six of Wands again. I can't make that up. The Six of Wands. You have a lot of good stuff to look forward to. And look what's behind the Six of Wands. The Ten of Pentacles. And yeah, you have to maybe leave some stuff or some people or some emotions in the dust because you have such an alignment coming up. You got the winning cup right here. You have a wish fulfillment right here. Okay. You have your six of swords. Look at this, baby. I can't make this up, y'all. This is really, really good for you. And this is telling me that you're on a path where there's gonna be some clear, smooth sailing, even in conversation with someone. Okay. And maybe it could lead into you taking a nice trip. All right. Shit. Maybe it's all expensive paid. I'm paid. I'm also getting that someone may feel like they can't stop thinking about you, or you can't stop thinking about them, or this is saying like, wow, I can't believe all this is happening. I feel like I woke up. I feel like I'm not in control, but yet I'm in control. I feel like God has really taken the wheel on my life. I feel like you're going to feel like a whole new person. And you're going to see the appreciation. Somebody really is really going to show you that they appreciate you. Yep, that's why the sun is shining right here. And then look, there goes that Aries card. And look, we saw that Aries card right here in your oracle messages. Okay? So, and that was just me splitting the deck to shuffle, guys. Oof. Now there is a micro and macro, okay? There's someone who's on the unfavorable end of this and someone who is on the very favorable end of this, okay? I think we already kind of cleared up the unfavorable. I don't know what's going on in the politics or in the public that could be causing somebody to get caught up in something that maybe they shouldn't have been, but someone's going to get caught either with red-handed, with their mouth open, with their pants down. I don't fucking know, but they're gonna get caught up. All right, and you're gonna be over here smooth sailing for those of you in the favorable energy. Okay. Yes, indeed. We're gonna get one more shuffle from this deck. I heard I have my eye on you. So this King of Wands is eyeing. All right, if you're the King of Wands, you're eyeing, and you could even just have a certain focus. It doesn't have to be necessarily that you're eyeing someone. It could be that you just have a certain focus. And I meant to tell you guys that we do have a new moon coming up soon in a few days. So for those of you who want to go ahead and get your new moon readings done, please let me know. Also, I am doing the year ahead for those of you who want to go ahead and get a jump start on the new year. Let me know for those 2026 readings, okay? Let's continue. Let's get the situation. What is the situation for the collective? This unforgettable alignment. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for the truth, no matter how we feel about it. Okay, so there's that Ten of Wands. There was something that could have caused stress. It could have been a move. I'm also getting, if it's a health thing, there could have been some inflammation. I feel like that's over or it was short-lived. I'm also getting a short move, okay? It could be down the street. It could be a few hours away. It can also be just a visit, okay? I'm also getting somebody could have packed they could have packed quite a bit for a short trip, but hey, you can never not be too prepared. Okay. I don't know if I said that right, but you can never be too prepared. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, um, so I'm also getting if there was any struggle at all, I feel like you come out of it like quick. Like you were maybe in a daze, maybe you was a little stressed out, maybe you started getting overwhelmed, and then boom, you said, you know what? We're not gonna stay in that energy. We're gonna move forward. Okay, that's good. Yeah, exactly. Nine of cups. Now, somebody here is hiding some feelings or some energy. They could be hiding the fact that they feel sexual energy toward another person, or they could be trying to hide the fact that they want to do something. They have some type of impulse to do something, but they're like, man, look, I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna just be grateful for what I got, and Yeah, I don't want to repeat of the past, because it's like the moment I look back, I motherfucker trip on my feet, and I don't want to have that. I don't want to fight. I just want there to be, decisive energy, because then it's like almost like somebody's like, I know exactly how it's gonna play out. That's what somebody's saying, and they're making a decisive decision to say, I want to go the smooth sailing route. And if that means I need to renounce some things that are not for my highest good, you know what? Fuck it. That's what I'm about to do. Because I'm really trying to do something different. Is what I see. I really want that alignment. I really want what I've been working towards. And I really can't be bothered looking backwards right now. That's what I'm saying. Let's continue. Go for it, baby. Go for your alignment. It's gonna be some things that's gonna try to make you look back, but yeah. Okay, yeah. It's gonna be some things that's gonna have you like, damn, did I make the right decision? It might even have you questioning yourself a little bit. Okay, exactly. But you already know what's back there. Okay, it's already been called. Something is it's like being called for what it is. That was some fuck shit, or that was a lie, or that was some backstabbing shit. It was some bullshit. It was some drama. It God stepped in, blew that shit up, and made you make a tough decision to end something. Okay, for your highest good, so that you can go back into a place of growth. All right, of maturity. Okay, and um I'm also getting either this could have something to do with your public image. This could have something to do with just moving forward. Like, hey, that short trip that I was talking about. I don't know where you going, but maybe you're like, I need to just get the fuck out of here so I can breathe, I can flourish, I can do me. Okay, yeah. Let me go ahead and go. We could talk. We could FaceTime if you wanna holler, but I gotta get out of that vicinity type shit. Okay. Now there could have been an invitation for you to go somewhere like, hey, you want to come over here? I'm doing this. You know, just come on. It's not that far. Just yeah. We're gonna continue to see. Let's go. So there's the situation. There's a decline. Somebody's like, nope, no, thank you. I don't want to play that game anymore. I don't want to go back and forth anymore. So someone said, nah, I'm good. Someone saying no. Here. Okay. Now, okay. So you do have the Empress that came out. So it's interesting because you have the Emperor here. And then we saw the Emperor a little bit in that shuffle. And now the Empress is stepping out. Okay. Now everybody kind of knows the Emperor, the Empress as divine energy, or divine uh masculine, divine feminine. This could literally just be someone who has authority. Okay, be it a mother, a father, a grandmother, a grandfather, a manager, a CEO, a something of that nature. Okay. It could be an auntie, all right. Either way, this is telling me after someone says, nah, I'm good, they end up, I don't know, messaging, FaceTiming, emailing, or something. There's some kind of conversation going on here. Or this could be also telling me that they're saying, I'm going to go this way. This is where I'm going. I'm not going back and forth with you. I'm going toward my alignment. And remember, we were talking about the unforgettable alignment. This Eight of Wands signifies that unforgettable alignment. The sea here, the water is smooth. It's not all, up and down like in the two of of pentacles. All right. All the wands, they're not jumbled up. Okay. They're all facing the same direction. They have, greenery on there, meaning there's some growth here. Okay. So let's continue. Let's see. This card. I want it to come out. Let's just take a look at it. It's the Four of Wands. So this could be to, oh, look, on the back of the deck is the World card. This could be telling me, again, there's some type of alignment, or there is a place that you rather be, or a home, or something that is for you. Okay, this could also be telling me of an event, a memorial, an anniversary, or something that's going to be taking place. It could be at a company, and there goes that Emperor again. There goes that Emperor. Okay, and when I say memorial, it could be any kind of memorial, whether it be um, somebody who has transcended this earth, or this could be, an anniversary, or anything like that, a birthday party or something of the nature. Okay. I'm also getting very life changing. I'm definitely picking up good news. But somebody's good news is making another person sad. They're like, damn, maybe they feel bad because they couldn't trick you. Maybe they feel bad because they know they fucked up. They know that they was plotting on some other things, and you escaped their grasp. You escaped their grasp, and because of that is allowing you to move on to this alignment here. Let's continue. I'm also hearing like, damn, how did they know? Like, I don't know, like, how did they know? How did you figure them out that they obviously didn't have your highest good, or they was gonna try to, you know, get you caught up in some shit? Okay, so we do have the Hierophant here. Now, the Hierophant is a card of elite status. It could mean marriage. It could mean a secret group. Okay, it could mean religion. It could mean um, a promise. Okay, some type of vow, right? Um, this could be telling me that somebody could have made a promise to themselves, like, "Hey, I told myself I wasn't going back to that, and I meant that, and I'm so glad that I did, because there is some type of obsession, possession, energy going on, some type of bondage, I want to say, that it seems like it's trying to get your attention. Yeah, it's a conversation with somebody who just can't shut up. They can't shut up. Okay. They gotta have the last word. I don't know if they want some kind of closure. They want to get with you. They like, well, can we do it one more time? Or what do they want from you? Like, they want you to backtrack. Like, baby, they want you to, have some kind of secret thing with them. And I don't see you, some of you might take the bait. I'm like, it's your life. I'm not here to make the choice for you, right? Some of you might take the bait. But I'm picking up here that um it's almost like somebody's low key, high key, like, I want to give you an example of a conversation, like almost like, you ain't gonna find nobody better than me. Like, how dare you? How dare you say that to me? Like, how dare you say some shit like that? Like, it's some low ball shit to say to someone, right? Like, who do you think I am? Oh, you must not. Oh, you don't know because I dealt with you before, and you think that that's just all that I could. Nah, I feel like somebody got you fucked up. Okay, and I feel like you probably just move on without saying a word from this energy. Either you have or you will. Okay, because your energy, your emotions are just, you're on a whole different track. You're in alignment. You are being guided by the the truth of your desires, okay? The truth of where you feel your happiness is going to come from here, okay? And it is actually very lucrative for you. You don't have to worry about anybody. I feel like you're really moving on from some bullshit here. And there goes that Six of Wands again. Yeah. Um, it feels good letting God take the wheel. You know what I mean? And not being a slave to freedom or being a slave to spirituality, but also allowing yourself to co-collaborate with your angels, ancestors, and guides to excel at a task that is going to get you where you want to go. Okay? Yeah. Let's continue. This alignment is just for you. All right? I don't know. I mean, I don't know if you guys are into your birth charts or anything like that, but I feel like for some of you, if you were to go to an astrologist and actually like they're gonna tell you like, yeah, you're about to you're entering in or have entered into alignment based off of you not allowing yourself to be overcome by circumstances or your environment or what somebody else wanted for you. Okay, I'm proud of you. I'm also even getting like there's some vows or some promises maybe that were broken, maybe that you had to break in order to free yourself from being controlled. Okay, you got a 10 of wands, a 10 here and a 10 there. Look, I heard somebody got to do it. Somebody had to stop the cycle. Somebody had to say, obviously, this shit ain't working. Okay. Look, and that's the decisiveness. So somebody's literally talking, having this conversation, saying, look, I guess it was cool, that was cool, but this really ain't what I want. It's actually kind of depressing. And I'm going ahead and head out because I'm being called in a different direction. Okay. Let's get more. Ah, look at that. The high priestess. Well, hot dang. And the lovers card there. Okay. Okay. Somebody knew that they knew that they knew that they know that they had to end something. Like, yeah, it's a no for me. You already knew that I guess somebody was gonna ask you to do something and you knew you was gonna say no. You knew that you was gonna have to go in a different direction away from the stress and the mess and the wishy-washiness of someone's energy. Why? Because you made a vow or a promise to yourself to allow yourself this chance. You've taken chances on other things, right? Allow yourself the chance to complete the promise that you made to yourself. All right. Before you didn't really care for acknowledgement, like, okay, when I wanted the attention, I didn't get it. Then when I stopped asking for the attention, now motherfuckers is on it. Well, I'm really good. Like I really shed that skin. Okay. I'm also getting like there's really no like swaying you. Okay. Let's get one more card from this deck. It's the Hermit. Oh wow. I don't know, I think I said this earlier. I don't know if I said this completely, but I said that the new moon is coming in a few days. Now the new moon is in Virgo and here's Virgo. Okay, the new moon is in a few days. So this situation could literally play out over the span of a week's time or 4 days to a week. Even though this is a timeless message, anytime you see this is when you're meant to see this. So from the time that you're seeing this, somebody's like, yeah, I just been working on me, healing me, facing my fears, getting what's mine, changing my perspective on how I wish and how I pray and my faith and how I heal myself. And not for the acknowledgement, but for the wholeness and you feel protected, you feel whole, you're gonna feel invincible. Strength card. You're gonna feel brand new. You're gonna feel like, yeah, hey, shit could be happening all around you, but you literally are not gonna be fazed by, oh, the TV broke. Oh, I guess it wasn't meant for me to watch TV today. Oh, I got a flat tire. Oh, I guess it wasn't meant for me to go to that job today, or whatever. Like, of course you're gonna do the things that you got to do to do what you're supposed to do, right? But it's like it could be raining cats and dogs or pissing on your fucking it could be somebody could be telling you that it's raining and they pissing and you still gonna be like, oh, the motherfucker trying to piss on me. Well, I must be on fire or something like that. Like you not letting you see how the four of pentacles is like immovable. I'm not moved by that shit. I'm not moved by the internet. You see how you looking into the web? I mean the world, the globe. I'm not moved by that shit. I'm moved by confirmation of my God, my Holy Spirit. I'm moved by that what is protecting me from the drama. I'm moved by these confirmations, you see, that keep showing me not just a little bit, but a lot of it. Because every time there's divine interference, you come out with a victory. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? That's great, right? And it's also given, been here, done that. Got the t-shirt, won the award, okay? Got the coffee mug, you know? Let's see what's here. Now, some of you still, even though you're about to receive some type of acknowledgement and things like that, you might reject it. You might be like, look, I don't even know. I don't want to be named in your article. No, I don't want to be put in your calendar to receive birthday wishes. No, I'm not subscribing to, but deep down inside, it's like, wow, maybe you're in awe of actually receiving some type of accolade, some type of award, some type of acknowledgement. And I feel like deep down inside is something that you will not be able to stop thinking about. Okay. Yeah. Okay. We are going to clarify this reading. That's crazy. Here it goes that Six of Wands again. Remember when I split the deck? This deck right here, it was on the Six of Wands. Your Oracle card is the Six of Wands. I just opened up this and I always shuffle my cards before I put them away. And I took it out and here's the Six of Wands. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, I'm now introducing you to your season of victory, of virtue, of alignment, of you could put your hands up and just watch God work. It's like your breath work. There's a story, and I don't hate to get all biblical on y'all, but for those of who this is for, is for you, okay? This particular message. There's a story in the Bible that talks about a war, right? A war is going on, and I'm not gonna be too specific, but there's a man, and he begins to pray, right? And he lifts up his hands, but his arms are getting tired. Okay, so his family member or his friend, they come and they help uplift this person's hands. And all the while is confusing the enemy so that their team or their side is winning, is favored upon. Okay, so what I'm telling you is you have held your hands, your arms up so long in prayer and worship through thick and thin, through storm, through hell and high water, that your angels and ancestors and God, even when you got tired, you know, your hands were still uplifted. And even now, it's almost like they can't come down. Your arms cannot come down from this, right? And you also have the Empress card right here. And the Seven of Wands is showing me, because you got the Empress card right here too, which is showing me growth. It's showing me maturity. It's showing me blossoming. Remember we were talking about that in your right here. It was talking about blossom. You might have to rewind it to the beginning. It was talking about blossoming. And you see how these wings are outstretched? That's the energy that I'm talking about. Okay, and you can see it here. You see how her arms is up? Okay. Yeah, yeah. Yes, yes, yes. That's all I can say about that. Yes, yes, yes. Now, on a even more spiritual note, type of, I don't know, your loved one, all right, or an angel, ancestor, guide. There could be someone here in the shadows, okay, watching out, okay, helping you, guiding you. And I'm getting not just any angel, ancestor, guide, but a specific one, something that, it's like, who it is what I'm getting. You know exactly who it is. That's why it's coming over here on the high priestess. Okay, you know exactly who it is. Um, yeah. I'm also getting, if someone was hiding, okay, something that was unfavorable, they're found out. They're found out, beloved. Just know that they are found out. Okay, they getting got. All right. If they trying to do something in the shadows, if they trying to peek and watch or whatever, in there and don't have your highest good, that is going to come to an abrupt ending. Yes. Wow. Like I said, if they are trying to watch you, even on social media or anything like that, something is coming to, oh, there you go. It's coming to an abrupt ending. Okay. Mm-hmm. I heard stop it. They need to stop it. That's funny. How you doing? All right, so we're tapping into your clarification deck. It is the Star card. Let's talk about your hopes, your dreams, your wishes, your prayers, healing energy. Okay, wish fulfillment. Clarify the Ten of Wands. Why regarding the collective and an unforgettable alignment? Why is the Ten of Wands here? It is the Eight of Swords. If somebody was trying to pull the strings, or maybe if the pressure was on, okay? I'm also getting like, I can give you an example. So with this message, I kept getting interference. So my sleep, just my thoughts. I was receiving interference and I was feeling pressure to do this reading for you guys. Like I had to give you this message. I kept getting it, unforgettable alignment, or something about alignment, or some kind of lineup, or something like that, a list, a lineup, or something of that energy. And I just had to give you this message. Now, there's another example, like of someone possibly being controlling, or trying to pull the strings or something like that. And you know which side that you on, okay, or what shoe fits you, right? Um, but here I'm getting like maybe you were pressured to have to make a move to do something, and then in that pressuring, maybe there was an invitation, right? That somebody was like, oh, well, since you're under pressure, I'm going to go ahead and give you this invitation. But I feel like you were, smart enough to decline that invitation because maybe it just didn't align with what you was trying to do. You're like, look, I already got this going on. I really don't need you acting, giving me no extra. You know what I'm saying? And so you was able to move on past that, which actually was the remedy for even more growth in your faith, your beliefs, and strengthening your intuition. Okay, so let's continue. The Ten of Wands going into the Knight of Wands. What's going on here? It's the King of Pentacles. All right. This could be talking about an entrepreneur. This could be talking about a spouse. This could be speaking of some type of business venture, right? This could be just saying taking care of necessities like bills, household things, business things of that nature, okay? Again, you could have felt pressure to go ahead and do something on a whim, like, oh, let me go ahead and do this, okay? Um, I feel like it was intervention for those for favorable intervention. It has to do with a divine alignment. You have to get out of something or drop at something to do something else or to get out of a situation. Okay, and you needed that certain pressure to help you get out of the situation. All right, and it's giving you exactly what you want. All right, let's clarify more about the Knight of Wands going into the Two of Pentacles. We have the Six of Cups. Now, this could have to do something with children. If it doesn't have anything to do with children, it could have something to do with just the past in general or some type of date. Okay. Namira, how you doing? Namira, wisdom and wellness. So it could have something to do with some type of date. I'm also getting something about a play date. Okay. So let's continue. The Knight of Wands going into the Two of Pentacles. Let's get more. We have the Queen of Cups. So that could be someone that also has children, or, or it could tell me that this is the person that is inviting you to do something that may actually end up getting canceled for some reason. Okay. And wow, look, we have the Hierophant here and you have the Hierophant right here. It could be a, it's like, let's say somebody's like, hey, yeah, you want to come to my church, or I'm going to have a gathering. We're just going to, or, a little kumbaya session or something. It's going to be a short or very intimate group of people or a short list of people. And I just wanted to invite you. And something could kind of like come up, maybe like you're double booked. Oh, I'm doing great. I'm glad you're doing better. That's awesome. I'm glad you're doing better. That's great to know. So there could be something that's interfering as far as like dates or something like that. Okay. A dates or, series of events, right? Yeah, I feel like now this could be telling me that someone has done all they could, possibly within a marriage or in a contractual situation, okay? And things have kind of gotten a little wishy-washy, okay? And that's why something had to end, or that's why something got canceled. Um, or somebody saying like they felt something going on, like their intuition was telling them like, no, I need to take a different direction. Okay, let's continue. Now, Mary, I feel like I know you. Let's see what we have here. Do I know you? I feel like I know you. You're giving me familiar energy, but I'm glad you got to visit. Okay, let's continue. Oh, you got one. It is the Prince of Swords now. All right. We were talking about if somebody was trying to be nosy or anything. Look, there goes the Emperor again. We seen homie 3 times already. We saw the Six of Wands 3 times. We saw the Emperor 3 times. And here we go. Here's the Devil card. We saw the Devil card 3 times. So it's telling me that maybe somebody was either obsessed, or maybe they were had addictions or were sexually driven. Oh, okay, awesome. Okay, welcome back. And that might have been good for a while, and then it kind of was like, damn, I can't do this anymore. Um, which, to be honest, I feel like that was the point of the connection. the point of the connection was for you to grow into a place that says, okay, I can say no to this because I've experienced enough of what I don't want, and it's just helped me to figure out what I do want. Okay. Let's get more. So the Prince of Swords is about learning information. Okay. I'm also getting something about possible telepathy. Okay. Maybe you and someone else have a telepathic communication. Maybe because you spend either a lot of time, energy, most times sexual connections give off you may feel like this person's in your head sometimes because y'all had such in-depth connection, right? Sometimes it's like that. um Now let's continue. Yeah, I want to say, yeah, that's I'm saying that because here's the Two of Cups and here's the Eight of Wands, so this is like communication right here. um And it's almost like I don't I want to say someone could be trying to spy, or they're just kind of looking in, they're peeking in to see what you got going on, or how you're feeling, or what you're thinking, or if they still have any kind of control, I guess. But I'm getting that they don't. Like, I feel like whatever they're doing to spy, or to, if it's not for your highest good, they're being the access is denied. Okay, I'm getting access is therefore denied. Okay, I also just heard something about internal investigation. That could be on a more macro scale. Yep, there goes the High Priestess again, and there goes the Ten of Wands. You did have the Ten of Wands here, and you also have the High Priestess there. So there they are showing up again, which is telling me that a oppression, okay, whatever happened as far as pressure, that there is a, it's like that that either something is ending, or something has ended, or this is the sign that you're about to step in and get something that you want. That will be the result, that it always is the result, right? You still get what you want, no matter what pressures are coming from either side. There's an unforgettable alignment. You understand the sequence of events and how you get out of something, how something gets better for you. Okay, let's continue. Clarify the Ten of Swords going into the Eight of Wands. I'm also getting like I'm getting like a letter or a declaration or something like that that says something is over. Okay, that could be confirmation as well. Thank you, Angelica. I appreciate you for the follow. Okay, that's a lot of cards that came out. The Chariot came out on here, right? Over the Eight of Wands, which is telling me that you're going ahead with God's plan, a divine plan. All right. That's the direction you're taking. You're like, look, that's where I'm going. There's no turning back. Yeah. Somebody maybe have been in cohorts to scramble up some type of information, or to cause confusion that no longer has any power or hold here. Yeah. And then there's that big cat we were talking about. We were talking about the tiger earlier. Um, and to be honest, I'm getting a snake, a rat, or anything like that has no power over a tiger or a lion. Okay, it's giving big cat energy. Um, yeah. And I'm also picking up, which is very strange. I'm also picking up Aladdin. What is her name? What's the lady's name? I don't know her name. Um, the princess. The princess had a tiger. Okay, I do know that. And the tiger, basically, when the tiger felt that somebody was around that wasn't for, her highest good, the tiger would, you know, let it be known. Like, I don't trust this nigga. I don't trust these people. Something is not right here, right? So it's given Aladdin, okay? And maybe the hermit is the genie. I don't know, okay? Maybe there was a situation that is in connection to that movie. Okay, maybe that's just one of your favorite movies, or maybe you just have some type of connection to that. Okay, um, yeah. Um, hmm. We have the Temperance card here, the Nine of Cups, and the Two of Cups. This is showing me that your angels, ancestors, and guides have shaken up a situation. You've been very humble in this, and it is to your favor, right? For you to be able to have a conversation with somebody, or heart to heart, right? That is going to result in some type of task that gets you a wish fulfillment. So I don't know if they're tasking you or you're tasking them. Like, maybe they're going to do something for you or you're going to do something for them. That is something that you really, really wanted, and it's in alignment with protection. And it's crazy because you have wish fulfillment, and I just said that maybe the hermit is genie. I don't know. Um, but with the star card is right here with the hermit card. And I just said that, right? Oh, there you go. And then there's that protection. I'm also getting that if you've been in situations or if you've been in maybe relationships or you've been in contracts that didn't seem to, it's like, damn, every time I finally agreed to get into a long-term contract with somebody, it seems to like go south. Maybe you feel that way in some way of the sort, right? And I just want to let you know that first of all, we're going to change the narrative. Okay, not that you're not. It's not that you aren't meant to have these contractual agreements with people. It's just that you are always meant to get out of them when it's divinely right for you, not just when that term of the contract ends. There's some things that are not meant to be seen to the end. Like, let's say you have a 5-year contract with somebody, okay, or a company or whatever, and it seems like around 2.5 years or 3 years, shit just kind of goes to hell. You're like, what the fuck? Like, damn. And then maybe, it ends, and then you get into another contract, and maybe it's just a year, but 6 months into it, you find out that this is not where. Just, I want you to be encouraged. It's not you, love. Okay, for some of you, hey, it's you. You know if it's you or not. We're just gonna leave that there. For most of you, that you understand what I'm saying, it's not you. Or how about, hold on, let me change my verbiage. It's the fact that you are on your contract, the bigger picture of your life is aligned in a divine way of your heart's true desire. So once a contract, an earthly contract, is not in alignment with your true desires or with what's good for your highest good, then God will shake things up so that you can see the truth behind what's going on. So don't complain like, oh my gosh, this always happens to me, man, these people, or hey, no, praise God. Praise, 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 glory, 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 glory to God that you always end up seeing through the bullshit. You always seem to get out of a situation right in the nick of time, right? Amen. A woman. Ashe, right? So I'm gonna just, I hope that whoever that message was for, I hope you are really encouraged. Okay, so here, yeah, here's the world card. You're protected. It just flipped over. Okay, you're protected. Here's the Eight of Pentacles because your soul purpose is the work that you're doing on yourself for your personal growth. Okay. And anything that's not that, you will be protected from it. Once it serves its purpose for you to grow out of whatever, guess what? It's gone. It's done. It must leave the vortex. It has to leave you, or you have to leave it. Okay. Um, and it's all for your personal growth. Let's go from the Eight of Wands into the Empress card. It is the Five of Swords. Now, this Five of Swords did show up earlier, and I was saying maybe someone now on the unfavorable side, right? It's like someone is a pissant, like they are. Maybe they feel like they have to have the last word, or maybe they're like looking at you like why you, like why do you get to, get out unscathed? You know what I mean? Why do you get to be exalted? And you could be like, shit, I didn't ask for this. I didn't ask to be exalted. I didn't ask to be put on a pedestal. They could have been the ones who put you there, and now they're looking at you like fuck you, right? I feel like whoever's running their mouth, be it a parent, be it somebody who took a seat of authority or whatever, who's running their mouth, I feel like they get shut up. And not because you're telling them to shut up, but because your life and how things are going, are going for you is shutting this person up. Okay. And God has exalted you, even if you didn't ask for it, even if you're a very humble person, even if you're a very quiet, person and you don't fuck with anybody, you're still being put in this position. Okay. Why? Because God's going to get the glory. And even more so going to get the glory because you're the type of person that you are, a person of humility, a person that says, look, I'm just trying to do what's best for me, man. Okay, let's continue. Let's get more about the Eight of Wands going into the Empress. A card flipped over. Yeah, because there's somebody's having regrets. Okay, they're like, damn, I fucked up. Do they still think about me? Are they, will I ever see them again? Will I ever get to speak my piece? Or, you know, um, they could even be like, damn, maybe they feel like things aren't going your way, or maybe I don't know if somebody having some thoughts of pain and heartache and regret and things. They're just thinking these things. Okay. Now this card didn't come all the way out, but it did get flipped over. Okay, we're gonna see. Let's get more. Clarify the Eight of Wands going into the Empress. Okay, it is worry. Yeah, somebody's worried about either physical status or physical environment or possibly even financial um gain or maintenance. All right, but I do feel like things are growing. Things are about to grow. If you're in a season that things are about to really grow, if things were cinched off by summer's heat and things just got a little too hot, you know what I'm saying? Is the time for growth. I'm also getting like somebody could have maybe blamed you for things. Okay, they could have blamed you for being in a certain position, like, oh, you're the reason why, da, 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 and if I wouldn't have, da, 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 like, they could just be playing the blame game. Okay, and it's unnecessary. Maybe you've had to go through it before. It doesn't really matter at this point because, again, your humility and the fact that you're heading in the direction of your intuition and you just have this feeling, you just know because there are certain things that are lining up for you. You know that things are going to be better than okay, that you're going to be victorious, virtuous. Okay, let's continue. Be a mother figure or somebody that could be worried, or maybe even if, it doesn't have to be maternal, but definitely somebody who is in authority, or you may have ever seen or ever gave them authority in your life, like they gave you advice or whatever, like they could be worried about you. All right. Clarify the Hierophant, the Empress going into the Hierophant. They could be trying to express this, that you're on a path, you're definitely on a path of, I want to say alignment, just unforgettable alignment. And oh, so here we have Valor. That was the other V word. I was getting like three V's, which would be like three fives. And that's crazy because there are three fives right here. It's the Five of Swords, Five of Pentacles, and the Hierophant, which would be the number five, represented by the number five. But you have Valor. So I said victory, virtue, and now we have Valor. So just maybe you need to put those three words in your vocabulary for the foreseeable future, because that's where you're headed. Victory, virtue, and valor. You're protected. I'm also getting from like a bad contract. Okay, your spiritual contract supersedes, or is takes precedence over any earthly contract that you have, that you get into at all. Okay, and you have the Hermit here that also came out. The Hermit is here twice, which is telling me that there is some overseeing. That, look at this, and look, as I turn this deck over, it's the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. You went from having the Ten of Swords and the Ten of Wands to having the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles show up in your reading. Again, someone is disappointed that a chapter is over, but it is time. Wheel of Fortune, it is time for that to be over. It is time for the change. It is time for you to, I guess, have the attention and the appreciation and the respect that you deserve. And it's okay to go ahead and step into that season, into those uncharted waters, okay? And actually just really be able to do so without that burden on your back, without that knife in your heart, right? Okay. Let's get more about the Hierophant going into the High Priestess. Having the Hierophant and the High Priestess here is like the elite of the elite. Yeah, the Hermit, the High Priestess, and the Hierophant. There goes that threes again, right? Those are three H's. We had three V's, and now we have three H's. I don't know if that's significant to anybody, but we have virtue, valor, victory. Now we have Hierophant, High Priestess, and the Hermit. So to have those lined up like that, I feel like it's very significant. And if we would put those three people in a room, my God, there would be like so much knowledge, so much power, so much just, man, the vibration would, it would pierce any darkness. Okay. Wow. That's actually major, major, major energy right there. Let's get more about the higher to the High Priestess. There could even be ancient knowledge, okay, that is being unleashed in this moment, um, that is aiding you to help you make the best decisions, and is, calling to you to, follow your intuition. Okay. Ah, so we got the Devil card. Okay, this is could be telling me that somebody could have tried to use their powerful connections. I feel like this is on a more macro scale, on a bigger scale. This could be political. This could be, something that you might see in a public eye. So if you had these three powerful people, actually, there's more here, but if you had those three powerful people, it could show how um, things get a little bit twisted. People could try to overpower one another a little bit. Um, Specifically for this reading, this could just be telling me that there was something hidden. As powerful as this is, or in the higher ups, in the elites, or something like that, or in the chain of command, I would say that there was something extra going on. Um, that maybe wasn't meant to come out into the public, but it is. And we said that in the beginning. Something's coming out. Somebody's getting caught red-handed. Somebody could have been using their power for some fucked up ass shit. Okay. Somebody might is they might even try to pull an apology, like a public apology. Okay. Um, I feel like it gets seen through. Okay. Um, Also, the devil card is not just like bad, you guys. It also represents like having some type of passion. It represents fame. It does represent like wealthiness. Okay. Um, but you have to have a certain type of obsessive compulsive energy to reach that type of status, right? And that's crazy because I did say something about that knife through the heart. And if you look here on the devil card, it actually has what looks like a dagger or something through a heart right there. Okay. So, ooh, yeah, that is some powerful stuff. Now, this could tell me that somebody who, doesn't want to be named or doesn't want to be, attached to some documents or attached to a scenario, who's trying to stay hidden in the background, they really did something fucked up. Okay. Um, and it could have came in between, marriages, people's households and families and things of that nature. But let's continue. Let's get more about the Hierophant going into the High Priestess and the Hermit. What is going on? Ah, it is the Death card. It is, wow. That means that this shit is about to end. Whatever it is, whatever corruption, if there was corruption in a system or in a contract or something of that nature, it's about to be disintegrated. It is, I'm also picking up, this is going to be life changing. Okay. Yeah. Look at that. Five of Cups, Tower card. There it is going to cause a divine intervention, which is right on schedule. And again, we were saying for the unfavorable, it's going to be very disappointing for a lot of people to see that maybe some people that they respected once upon a time, like, damn, I respected you, I had love for you, or I believed you, and now I'm finding out that you were corrupt or you did this to these people or whatever. That's, of course, it's disappointing. And but for those on the favorable side, it's like, yes, finally, we finally find this out. We finally, know who the bad guy is. We finally can take the goddamn on hood or the mask off of this corruption, or it's finally come to an end, and it's right on time. It's right on schedule. Okay, so I feel like you should be happy in knowing that your intuition is actually about to be confirmed in a very serious situation. Okay. Yeah. Let's clarify the High Priestess going into the Hermit card. And it's life changing. I feel like it's better for you. For those who are in the favorable position, it's better for you. Clarify the High Priestess going into the Hermit or just the Hermit. Thank you. Is there anything else from this deck? Oh, it's victory. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, 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 yes. Oh my gosh. It is the Six of Wands. We started with the Six of Wands in your Oracle message, and we are ending with the Six of Wands here in your reading. Um, you have victory over anything that is trying to hide itself, anything that I'm also getting for as far as Akashic records, if anybody understands what Akashic records are, this message is for you. As far as Akashic records go, this means that you were always meant to win. You were always meant to win this battle, always meant to overcome this circumstance. Always. It was written. It's you did it before. You did now you're doing it again. So victory comes after a life changing end to something. Wow. Wow. And wow, there goes the Emperor again. You have Justice card. You have the Eight of Pentacles. You have the Eight of Pentacles here on the bottom of the deck in your main energy. This has to do with the work that you've done, on yourself. Um, Justice, and your Oracle card was talking about balancing the light and the dark, and you know finally being appreciated for having even done the work on yourself. Sometimes, a lot of time, like most times when you're doing work on yourself, other people don't really care. Like, okay, you're not an asshole anymore. Okay, you're not self-loathing anymore. Okay, you're not selfish anymore. Okay, you're not, like, you don't get a pat on the back for doing the work for yourself. A lot of people, oh well, you're grown. We don't apply to fish for swimming, things like that. But the whole purpose of this experience, earthly experience, is for you to overcome these obstacles. And God is going to give you that pat on the back. God is going to give you that uplifting. God is going to exalt you. It's right on time. The Wheel of Fortune, excuse me, the Wheel of Fortune is here. Justice is here. Strength is here. Okay. Abundance is here. The Ace of Wands is here. Okay. Something is ending indefinitely. I feel like it may be the last time you have to go through something. Okay. So congratulations on that. Um, yeah. Yeah. Okay. How y'all doing out there? Y'all all right? I'm very glad that I did this reading, that I follow my intuition in doing this reading for you guys. Um, yeah. Let me see. Is there any charms, any symbols? We have the charms here. Any signs or symbols specific for this collective that they need to be aware of for the highest good? Okay, let's see what we have. We have Mama Bear. Okay. We have the circus. We have handcuffs, and we have the dove. Okay. So this dove, you're welcome. I am available for individual readings for any of you who are interested. But let's look at these signs here. The dove is telling me, or the bird is telling me, that you're gonna get a divine message. Okay, this is gonna happen in your life, like besides what's happening right here in this message. Um, a messenger is gonna come to you. Someone is going to either drop you a line, or you're gonna see something. It's gonna be very specific. You're gonna know that it's for you. We have the circus right here, which is telling me if there is some type of event that's going on, like a place where there's a lot of people. It could be a birthday. It could be going to a theme park. It could be something of that nature. It could be some type of just any kind of public event, right? It could be a concert, it could be an actual circus, but it also is significant of something that is temporary, all right? And it also is significant of something that could be dramatic. So I don't, and there's handcuffs. Handcuffs here, obviously significant. It could be somebody actually gets put in handcuffs, maybe at an event. I hope it's not you, the listener, right? Okay. This could also tell me that someone is bound to something. Okay. Someone could be literally bound to something. Um, Maybe they feel like they can't break out of it, or think something like that. Um, it could mean codependency as well, because the devil card also means codependency in some cases. So it could be that someone is codependent. They could be codependent on mama bear. Okay. Um, if it's not that, it's just telling me that somebody is there bound to something or someone. Mama bear is here. Maybe mama bear breaks him out or gets him out. Right? This could mama bear when it comes to bears. Bears, first of all, they're very territorial. They're very strong, and when it comes to family, they don't play, especially mama bear, right? Um, so there definitely is a maternal figure that is significant in this situation. Okay, so it's just something to be mindful of. And, it also speaks to the survival skills, like once you become a parent, like how that switch gets flipped from being just a girl in a world to being a woman that has to keep another person alive. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so those are your signs and your symbols. Okay, just to be mindful of regarding this reading. Thank you guys. If this message resonated with you, if you literally made it all the way to the end of this reading, yo, I want to give you a huge, huge, huge thank you. Hit that like, that share, that subscribe button. If you would like to donate to keep these readings going, I have Cash App or PayPal. It's AI88 or AI88AI. Okay. And yes, I'm available for year ahead readings. Also, we have the new moon coming up. All right. But yeah, be good to yourself, be kind to others, and always, always, always stay creative. Okay. I'm gonna let the live keep going just in case anybody wants to chat or get a reading while I clear my decks. Quick. I hope nobody's mama is going to jail. It's not funny, but hey, it's the truth. Hope nobody's mama going to jail. This will be my shuffles. Okay.